I'm gonna tell you a story. So my mom used to date these guys, and sometimes I'd have some fun. And there was this one guy, I don't know why, I just thought of it, but we used to have this condo in Tampa, and she had this throw blanket. It was like dark brown, like a sandy color. And I don't think they were dating, but he had taken her to she used to go to Frenchie's on Clearwater Beach. She used to get the grouper on Friday night or whatever. So, and he was all right. So I don't know, we were up in her room, and I don't know how it came up. It was so long ago. This is 20 years ago. And I was like, take this throw blanket and have it photographed with something. She'll think it's funny. Like the punk, you know how you do a scavenger hunt? You know what I mean? And you take an item and then you photograph it. You know what I mean? If you pose it with a dog or something. You know what I mean? Well, she didn't think it was funny because my mom, she's from a different school of thought, and she doesn't think it's funny. So I just remember a few days later, he had a photo. He had brought it out on this boat, and he posed it with this female, and she didn't think it was funny. And I can still see her sitting there, and she was on the landline phone, and she had this little lamp next to her bed, and she was going, where's my throw? And I don't know, I just thought it was funny. And then this other guy she dated, he was really old, and I had this code where if you bothered my mother on the weekend, that was hell. So he had called on a Saturday, we had just gotten back from the mall, and I didn't appreciate that. So when he called, I pretended I was her assistant. He's probably dead now. And I guess he believed me, and I gave him a hard time, and it was pretty funny. I think he definitely, he thought that I really was, but I didn't appreciate people bothering, my mother on her days off. That used to bother me a lot. She used to do this on-call thing, and random people would call in the middle of the night that had just had a organ transplant. I know it's not funny, but at the time, it would bother me because this was 2000, I don't know, maybe 7 would be my best guess. And they would call straight up in the middle of the night, and the phone would ring. And it got incessant to the point where they were calling all through the night. And I remember I was like, let me talk to them. And she's like, no, I got it. And finally she had to tell them that it was the emergency line, because they were calling her like it was customer care, and they didn't realize that it was an actual person. I mean, it was her, she was trying to sleep, so it wasn't easy. I mean, plus she would come home from work. This is what you guys don't realize. When you see someone in their job, when they come home at night, all that stress gets taken out on the kid or the family. So just because you see someone in their job and the person goes, oh, I love who I work with, I love them, they're so this, they're so that, you don't know who they are when they're not at work. So when she would come home, I would hear all about y'all. I would hear all about how, quote, the Hispanic people keep popping out babies. This is coming from her. I mean, she's almost 80 years old, so it doesn't really matter that I talk about this stuff now. And she would tell me about how the black people kept having kids because they were getting a check. And she would tell me about, she would talk S about all y'all. So just because you see someone in their work life, don't get it twisted. They're not, they're not that. They're just, that's their game face. So I just wanted to put that out there. But I got lots of stories I can tell now, because it's all, these people are so old now. They're getting ready to kick it, so it really doesn't matter. But yeah, I got lots of dirt. So when I feel like it, I'll just let it all out there. Yeah, I think I will.